Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Huntington, West Virginia, Jones C. Edwards Stadium, home of the Marshall Thundering Herd. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Old Dominion Monarchs, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Marshall Thundering Herd. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Extending the play. There he goes. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
What an individual effort there by the quarterback on the RPO, because everybody was covered. He just takes off, and he shows you his ability out in the open field. He's like a running back. He's got great vision. He's got the speed. He looks so natural when he's in the second level carrying the rock. Huge gain on offense by the Q. I love it on that play.
You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this third and short. To the air, it's Gideon. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
He'll return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Split backs here. Complete to start this drive. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The Thundering Herd to the line, facing a second and short. Here's the handoff. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Marshall now lines up trying to convert on 3rd and short. He might want another play. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. Lining up to convert 3rd down. Scanning the field, it's Newberry. Caught over the middle, it's Bitonio. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there, but we're not giving up the 1st down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
Marshall will be forced to punt. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Deep shot for the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a time play.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Breaks into the open. He's at the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, ODU.
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. That last drive didn't take long, just 2 plays to get it in. And they finished the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 51 yards out. He'll bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Got a man in the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
To the air, it's Newberry. Makes the grab on the left. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
The Thundering Herd trying to dial one up to convert on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's caught. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, there's a great example of the receiver working back to his quarterback on the curl route against man coverage. He drives back towards the football, makes the catch, and gets the 1st down.
Fires to the right. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Thundering Herd! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to...
Oh, and they blocked it. He picks it up. Remember, he can take it back. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes. This is a gamble. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Both teams with production early. Now they go back to work up 10-6. Pocket breaking down. He's going to take off. It's a fumble on the play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And that's fumbles in consecutive weeks. Coaches don't like that. They start to, you know what happens is the trust factor goes out the window. I don't want to run you as much because I can't trust you as much, especially in big spots. Got to hold on to that football.
Great place to start for this offense. Back to pass, it's Newberry. They're working that left side. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down.
A lot of times you're throwing these slants to the big body guys because they're so physical and they can win with physicality. But when you throw it to a little guy like this, I just know he's going to win with his speed. He's got that much quicks. He's going to win, and I'm going to force feed him the ball and let him make plays.
He's got it on the run. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Marshall looking for the score on 1st and goal.
Yankee blue. Yankee blue.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Marshall! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And here he comes out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. On the option. Oh, he's got some space. And some room to work. The 40. At the 30. Past the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Monarchs.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocked that one right down the middle. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Pittsburgh has the lead right now. The Steel City has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over Virginia Tech. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Snags it quickly on the left. Oh, the quick spin move. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be...
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long. Going for it all. Touchdown, Herd! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Guys, it is Marshall carrying the lead into the quarter break. How about the offense both teams put on display in this first quarter? Huge early numbers. Will we see more offensive firepower on display, or will the defenses finally find their footing? We're ready to go here in the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Trying to escape and get it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off and make plays. And you can tell the defense is starting to adjust a little bit. They see it. They know it's a pass, but they had eyeballs on him. And as soon as he took off, they ran to him, and they made sure they got him on the ground.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. Back to pass, it's Gideon. Under fire. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And the defense makes a play, finally. This is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
This offense has it with really good field position. They'll try the run. Plows through the defense. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert it. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to...
Turning it on! Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Old Dominion! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Marshall takes over the ball, the thundering herd offense coming out. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Looking for a man. It's Newberry. Unloads to the right. Zips it out to his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Wants to throw on first down. He rifles one deep to the left. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown! Thundering herd! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make it. Down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Got enough for the first down and wants more. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. So now it's 2nd and long. Grabbed over the middle. It's Turner. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Monarchs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Gives it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. To the air, it's Gideon. Fires to the wideout. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Hey, quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites, and you're going to look out there and you're, that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him, but I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack consistently.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. UTSA is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Alamo Dome. They've struggled to really pull away. They're up by just one over Boston College. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Finds his tight end. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. Marshall quick to the line. He wants to change this route. Dumps it to the back. He makes the grab. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Newberry. This time on target. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. Powers through the defender. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on a linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
42 Spider, 4-2 Hornet.
To the air on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. And back to the air on 2nd down. Safe completion on the screen. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. It's 3rd down, and the line to gain is the 36. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the grab. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. So they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Monarchs will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively you understand.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on 2nd and long. Might be calling a hot route. Dropping back, it's Newberry. Here's a heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Picked off. What a play by this defense. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. Leaves it with the running back. They get him down, tough run, picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, ODU! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And the option play, the quarterback basically blocks the edge defender. So you watch the edge defender comes to him, and he commits to him, and then he pitches the ball to the running back, and the running back can do his thing, running the football all the way to the house. But it's basically a block on the quarterback on the defensive play.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse. Ball is loose. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. Trying play action. Gets it out quickly. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. The give to the back. Spins away from the defender. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. Got his man. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
At the 40, there he goes. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
To throw, it's Newberry. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Let's go.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. He's got the back in the middle. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Wants to keep it in the air. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Marshall! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being caught. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anymore.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Picks up the first down, still moving. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
He wants to go deep. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air. It's Gideon. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
It'll be 3rd and long. They'll run play action. Now rolling to the left. Blasted as he lets it go.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the third quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
And the Monarchs will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Here's the pressure. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on 2nd and long.
Easy.
The play action fake. Fires to the right. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Touchdown, Monarchs! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Bitonio. That defense got gassed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And just too much on that pass, too high, too wide, out of bounds and incomplete.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Newberry. Rushes on him. Right on target this time. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, and I love running my tight ends across the formation. Just big targets that I can find a way to get the football to. Nice snag, nice little positive gain for my offense.
Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. Quick release on the RPO. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. Guys, Old Dominion has the lead here as we've reached the end of the quarter. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Touchdown, Herd! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Pittsburgh is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Dan Marino, this might not be over just yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Virginia Tech. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
This is a designed run. There he goes. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
Football is very easy when the offensive line does their job like that. I mean, look at those holes, back able to make a cut, first down.
The Monarchs just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They'll go to the ground. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Monarchs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, the running back has it. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on third down expecting him to get the ball again.
Got it in the middle. It's Turner. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That penalty cost them a third down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Looking to throw, it's Gideon. Pressure coming. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Monarchs will punt this one away. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. Marshall takes over the ball, the thundering Herd offense coming out. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's got the tight end. That's a really good tackle. tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Marshall might go for a big play here on 2nd and short. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Gets the back moving. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary to give them the lead.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
The Thundering Herd faces a 3rd and short. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield, it's Newberry. Working that left side now. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. Smart move to keep it on the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Now on 2nd down, they want to keep moving forward and keep that clock churning. Off the play fake. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Marshall comes to the line facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Old Dominion. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
So much pressure on this defense just to get a stop on this drive. They were trailing, but after that turn of events and the interception, they've now got the lead. And remember, they're going to have to come right back on the field. They've got to be able to refocus themselves, but what a play.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Here he comes. This is a gamble. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake on first down. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's second down.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield, it's Newberry. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
The clock is relentlessly working against them. Down 4, they'll go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the left. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Got his man downfield. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
Looking to throw again. Pucks it out of the air. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Defense comes up with a really big stop there. That's nice. They don't give up the 1st down, so the clock keeps working, but they're on their own end of the field. They know this offense is going to start taking shots into the end zone. They better have some guys ready on the back end, ready to swat some balls away and make some plays.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Timeout, ultimate. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, that ramps up the pressure. Quickly complete. Touchdown! Thundering herd! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Well, I love the play call late in the fourth quarter now. You're just trying to get athletes in space. They throw it to him just short of the end zone, and he does the rest. And because of it, his team now has the lead.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Wisconsin was able to squeak one out in front of those home fans at Camp Randall. In fact, I think in the end the difference may have been that Badgers crowd who heads for the gates with the win. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Off-play action on first down. He wants a big play here late. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to throw, it's Gideon. Unloads to the wideout. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be third down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a double.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's fourth and long. Like, it's one thing if it's fourth and short. This makes it even more difficult. You've got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Looking for a deep man. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. The offense just wants to run out the clock in this half. The D still has a couple of timeouts if they want to use them. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week